Hey YouTube, welcome back to the African Allure Outdoors. So if you're wondering about the angle, we're going to be talking about tree stands. Thank you for all the WhatsApp messages, the Instagram messages, the Facebook messages. It's been unreal. I want to give a shout out to Kevin. He harvested his first impala and his first warthog. He did it with unconventional camouflage. He built himself an incredible hide. I'll try and link in his pictures here somewhere. So well done to you, mate. To the young man that contacted me out of Natal, I'm sorry, I've looked for your messages. I cannot find your name. So this is a big shout out to you in Ishawi. Well done. This young man's killed 2 bush pig over my wet bait already in the last month. So well done, young man. Keep going. Send us a picture and I'll be sure to load you on my Facebook page or one of those places, maybe my Instagram. Then my last shout out is of course to David Hine this weekend. Well, this week, that is just a phenomenal bush pig. He got phenomenal footage and thank you for sharing it with us. People, send me your pictures, send me your success, talk to me. I speak both English and Afrikaans. I'd love to hear your stories. I'll put your stuff on my channel, man. Like and subscribe as usual. Anyway, let's get into tree stands. So tree stands for me are by far my favorite tree stand to hunt out of. As you can see, the one behind me here consists of a big platform, and I keep my stuff very, very basic. So this tree stand is an old single bed, but a very sturdy one that I've taken and I've hung it in this tree with some chains. I'm sure not to damage the tree by nailing anything into it. I hang them with chains with a bit of conveyor to protect the tree. Remember, when you put nails into a tree, you weaken its structural integrity. So I try and make my tree stands as safe as possible. The reason I use a single bed is you can put 2 people quite safely on that tree stand and they can comfortably sit there the whole day. Other reasons that I use it is if I'm a big guy. I mean, I'm 6'7", I'm 2 meters tall. I weigh 150 kilos, which is about 300 pounds, and I just need lots of room. I mean, I've got a 32-inch draw length, and I just need a whole shoal of room up there. So I like it, and then what I normally do is I put deck chairs up there. People, South Africans, it's very important that you guys get yourselves safety harnesses to hunt out of these things. Just go onto the internet and Google tree stand accidents in the US. It is staggering. If you fall out of that thing, it might not look very far. This one in particular is about 5 meters off the ground. You will break your back. And a lot of guys fall out the trees and they can't phone people or they can't radio people. It's exactly the same over here. Here we have no signal. Where this tree stand is, there's no signal. And we're only 20 kilometers out of Tabazimbi here. So please, people, safety first. It's very, very important. But to come back to the tree stand, what I did is I've put that single bed up there. I've used some expanded mesh to make a floor. I reinforced the floor. And then I put a big strip of conveyor belt cut to size on top of that just to deaden the noise. It is quite important that when you build a tree stand that you build it on thick enough limbs to support the tree stand. The other thing is that you want preferably an evergreen tree, which in the African bush can sometimes be a little bit challenging because most of our trees lose their vegetation during the winter months. In the case of this tree, it's in a Tamboti stand. The other critical factors that you need to take into consideration is prevailing wind. Now, the prevailing wind from this tree stand comes from just off the tree stand across this way. It's not the ideal place for a tree stand, but behind where this tree stand looks is a big open area. And it's quite nice to sit up there and watch the open area. But if animals come from downwind, down this way, you're going to get bust, that's for sure. But on the other thing, the tree stand is here. There is water sort of directly over the back of the camera here, and you're able to see the water and you're able to see animals come in. With my tree stands in particular, what I do is I sit them on major game trails, and often, you know, in the case of the pigs and stuff, I've got baiting sites for pigs. So we shoot a lot of pigs out of tree stands. They are superb, absolutely superb for the wind, because if you can get up high enough, your wind tends to roll over the animals that are surrounding the tree. What I also like about the tree stand is that if you suffer from attention problems, like I'm one of them, I'm very guilty of it, I get bored very quickly. But when you're in the tree stand, you can actually sit and you can have a look around. I mean, you saw me hunt out of my other tree stand. You saw me hunt in white the other day. So the animals don't really anticipate danger from high up. Your smell is critical. The other thing is the direction of your sun. It's very key that you try and get the sun behind you. Now, in the case of this tree stand, it is directly north of where I want to shoot. So in the winter months, the sun travels pretty much right behind this tree stand, and it also helps for camouflage. Obviously I'd suggest that you don't hunt in white. I would suggest that you put on a leafy suit. Very important to cover up your hands and your face, especially when you're in a tree stand. This part here that never gets suntan, it's important to cover up those areas. So just a couple of considerations is the wind and the sun. In my particular area, I have a bit of a challenge when it comes to pit blinds, because the sun sets in the west, or in the winter it sits actually in the northwest, but our prevailing wind comes out of the northwest. So unfortunately, in the winter months, some of my blinds are a little bit challenging because you have to shoot into the sun. But wind takes precedence over the sun any day of the week. Obviously, there are days in winter where you get cold fronts coming and then you get wind coming out of the southwest. Then it's a different story, but they're actually not so prevalent. So, guys, that's my tree stands. You can build these little single-seat tree stands, but in Africa we've got thorny trees, and trust me, it's more of a pain in the butt to climb up to get a single tree stand up in a tree. I'm fortunate because I'm a hunting operation. I like big tree stands. I have specific points for them. On this property, I have 3 elevated stands like this, and I personally love hunting out of them more than I do out of the pit blinds. On this property, I have 9 pit blinds, so I have a lot to keep me out of mischief here. But saying that, in these tree stands, birds, primates, predators, you're going to get bust. They see color, well, not so much the predators, but your primates and your birds see color easily. You can camouflage yourself up there. In the best camouflage, you are going to get bust. Anyway, if this video helped you in any way, please leave a comment down below. Follow us on Instagram. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Send me your stuff. I want to see your success, please. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. The next one, we've got a bit of a Nyala hunt for you. So stay tuned. Thank you, folks. Cheers.